everyone. It's Liz Holterhouse, OBX for Sale Real Estate Group, powered by Keller Williams, coming to you today from a very cold, frosty Northeastern North Carolina. The temps were 19 degrees when we woke up this morning. There was ice on the sound, and we had huge winds last night and sound effect snowfalls in Hyde County, Ocracoke, Hatteras Island. So it's been a crazy 24 hours, but we're here to go over the November market report. And as usual, we're going to dive in starting with Dare County. So Dare County in the month of November had 4.62 months of inventory on the market. That was a decrease of about 3%. We're still in a seller's market, but definitely edging towards a balanced market, which we've been doing all year. Our sold to list price was 97.1%, and our median days on market was 43, and that is down 17.31%. Now remember, I break out the counties. So Dare County is from Duck south to Oregon Inlet, and then Manio and Dare County mainland. Currituck Outer Banks is part of the Outer Banks beach market, but I do Currituck separately for a lot of reasons. But I will say that Dare County has 4.62 months worth of inventory on the market. Corolla alone has 8 months. So there is a huge difference in the tail of those two markets. And it's just one of the reasons I break them out by county. We saw 134 new listings come on the market in Dare County last month. That was down 13.5%. We have a total of 468 active listings on the market in Dare County in the month of November, and that's down 3.3%. Median days on market were 77, and that was down almost 4%. We saw 87 properties go under contract in the month of November. That was down almost 15%. Their days on market were just 35 days, and that's down almost 38%. We have a total of 269 pending listings on the market in Dare County. That number is up almost 29% month over month. October, November, the fourth quarter has been really robust for a lot of people. 62 days on market, that was up slightly, 3.3 for those pending listings. Some of those pending listings, I believe, are driving those days on market up. We've seen some big numbers, but I believe those are properties that have been kind of sitting and not selling because maybe they were priced too high, or price versus condition was rejected by the buying community, and we've seen some price reductions now, and people are grabbing up those properties. In our sold listings, we saw 74 properties close in the month of November. That number was down almost 20% month over month. Our list to sold price for those properties was 97%, almost 98%, and that was up about 0.3% month over month. Median days on market for those properties was 43, and that was down 17.3%. And the tail in those numbers is that if you price it right, it's still going to sell. Buyers are still reacting. So to recap Dare County, we have a little over 4.5 months worth of inventory on the market. That is down 2.9%, almost 3% month over month, and down a negative 10% in the last 12 rolling months. So that is a wrap up of Dare County. Let's jump into Currituck County. And remember, this includes the Corolla beaches, Corolla and the four-wheel drive area, and then Currituck mainland, which runs from the Wright Memorial Bridge to the state line of Chesapeake, Virginia. So, and Currituck has the tale of two communities. Your northern county, Moyoc, has a lot less inventory on the market, and Corolla has 8 months of inventory on the market. But the entire community, or the entire county of Currituck, is sitting at just over 5 months worth of inventory on the market. That's up slightly, 1.6%. We are right on the edge of a balanced market in Currituck County. And Corolla has definitely, the 8 months of market inventory has definitely brought the entire county into a balanced market. And like I said, if you break out Moyoc and Corolla, there's a huge difference between the two. So a little over 5 months worth of inventory on the market. 99.2% is still the sold to list price. That was up almost 2% month over month. Those Currituck County is seeing 40 days, median days on market, and that is down almost 22%. So that's a big number. New listings, we saw 83 new listings come on the market. That's down almost 19%. We have a total of 401 active listings. That's up slightly, but not even 0.5%. Median days on market has come down almost 4% to 100 days on the market. And the median list price in Currituck County is $585,000. We saw 51 new properties go pending in the month of November. That number is down almost 23%. Median days on market was 71, and that was up 91.9%. Again, that's a huge number, and probably what is in that mix of those 51 properties that went pending were some aged and stale properties sitting out there that were overpriced, that experienced price reductions, and then went under contract. We have a total of 213 pending listings on the market in Currituck County. That is an increase of almost 10.5%. Median days on market of those pending listings is just 3. So all pending listings, median days is just 3. And that is down 88% month over month. And a lot of that may be due to new inventory going under contract very quickly. We saw 44 properties actually close in the month of November. That's down a little over 36%. Their sold to list price was up 2% at 99.19%. And their median days in RPR was just 40, and that was down almost 22%. Again, recapping all of Currituck County, a little over 5 months worth of supply of inventory. That's an increase of 1.6% month over month, and an increase of just 0.2% in the last 12 rolling months. So that is Currituck County. Now we're going to jump into more northeastern North Carolina, into Camden County, and then we will go into Pasquotank County. Camden County is still in a seller's market, pretty solid in a seller's market, with just 3.5 months worth of inventory on the market. That number is up 5.64% month over month. And what I've noticed in Camden is we've had a new group of new construction come on the market in Camden County. The list of sold price in Camden is still pretty high. It's 99.9%. That's up 4.2% month over month. And the median days in RPR is 107, and that is up 127.66 days. So that, or 127.66% increase. That increase, again, has to do with maybe some property that had been sitting on the market has finally gone under contract. We saw 11 new listings come on the market in the month of November. That is down almost 79%. And we have a total of 78 active listings on the market, and that's an increase of 1.3% month over month. Median days on market is 73. That's an increase of almost 26% month over month. And the median list price in Camden County is $450,534, up slightly, but not even 0.5%. Our new pending listings in Camden, we saw 10 properties go under contract. That is a 75% decrease month over month. October was a huge month. Like I said, the fourth quarter has been really big, but October was definitely big. 33 days median in RPR was how many days those new listings are on the market. And pending listings, we saw 85 pending listings go under contract in the month of November. That was an increase of 6.3%. So that just shows you November was a big month for contracts, and it goes into our month and our fourth quarter. We have a closing today. We've got one on the 18th, and we will have closed 13 units in the fourth quarter, and I'm a solo agent. So a lot of business in the fourth quarter, a lot of activity, and we just wrote an offer yesterday. We're going to go under contract today in Pasquotank County, and it's looking like one of our other listings is going to go under contract. So I think that activity is going to definitely carry over into the first quarter of 2026. In Camden County, we saw just 4 properties close in the month of November. That was down 85% month over month. List of sold price was 99.94. That was an increase of 4.2%. Median days on market was 107, and that was an increase of 127 days. If you remember in my market report last month and the month before, Camden was really short on total listings. They only have 85 total listings up there now in the whole county, and I believe it was much lower. We've seen some new construction come on the market up there. So that median days on market being up 127% is where some of that stale inventory has cleared the market. Again, recapping Camden County, 3.5 months supply of inventory on the market. That's an increase of 5.6% month over month, and an increase of 7.2% in the last 12 rolling months. So let's jump into Pasquotank County now. And as you know, Pasquotank County is home of 2 colleges, actually 3 colleges, and it is also home of the Coast Guard base. And that Coast Guard base will be going into their transfer season shortly after the first of the year. So they're getting ready to gear up to a very busy spring season. Their seasonality is a little bit different than the beach. So anyway, going into Pasquotank County for the month of November, we're in a strong seller's market up there. We have just 3 months worth of inventory on the market. It's down 2.25%. Our list of sold price is down almost 2% to 96.5%, and our median days on market is up about 6% at 50 days. We saw 49 new properties come on the market in Pasquotank County. That was down almost 40%. Interestingly enough, the median list price in Pasquotank is now $445,900. That's an increase of 37%. A lot of this number is new construction on the market in Pasquotank County. In Pasquotank County, in the month of November, we have a total of 209 active properties. This was down a little over 7%. Median days on market, 73. That was up 12.3%. We saw 29 new pending listings in Pasquotank County in November. That was down 51.7% month over month. Again, October was a huge month. Median days in RPR was up 16.3% to 50. Again, October was a very busy month with very little inventory, so some of that stale inventory went pending, and that's why the days on market has increased 16% up there. Pending listings, there's a total of 171 pending listings in Pasquotank County. That's up 11%. Of the pending listings, the median list price is $295,400. $430, and that was up 1.2%. Sold listings, we saw 15 properties close in Pasquotank County in November, and I think we had 4 of those. That is down 71.7%, so almost 72%. We saw an increase in the median sold price of $379,000, and that is up almost 20%. We have 96.47% is our sold to list price ratio in Pasquotank County. That was down 2%, and again, that's that probably that stale inventory clearing the market. Median days on market was 50, and that was up 6.4% in Pasquotank County. So to recap Pasquotank, we've got just over 3 months of inventory on the market. That is down 2.3% month over month, but it is an increase in the last 12 rolling months of 6.3%. So that wraps up our market report for the month of November. It is a very cold December day here in Northeastern North Carolina. Just a few days left to Christmas, and I want to wish you and your family, however you celebrate, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is. I hope it's happy and peaceful and safe for you. And I hope the new year just brings you nothing but love and joy and peace and happiness. This is Liz Holterhouse from OBX for Sale Real Estate Group, powered by Keller Williams. If you like this market report, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it so your friends can see it as well. Thank you so much.